Oh yes, got my favorite jacket back on. You know what that means, right? That means it's finally time for me to do my top 10 best lists of 2015. It's been a great movie season this year. Oh my god. But we've had a bunch of billion-dollar blockbusters, a lot of hits, a lot of misses, but overall for me, it was a great year for movies, and I know next year is going to be even better. For Batman v Superman, wink wink, Civil War, wink wink, just saying. I want to say right off the bat that I appreciate all you guys watching my movie reviews all year long. It's been amazing, it's been great commenting and liking it. Talking with you guys is awesome. I love doing it with you guys, and I want to do it with you guys next year and the year after that and the year after that. I just love you guys, the watchers, the YouTubers, all you guys. You are the best. My list is going to probably be different from you guys' list because there are a lot of movies I didn't quite get to see. I'm going to say right now, I'm going to say Mad Max. I didn't get to see this movie when it came out, but I will give it an honorable mention because I heard the movie was great, heard it was awesome. I wish it was on my list, but I didn't get to see it in time. I'm going to say right now, this movie is awesome. You go check it out, and it deserves an honorable mention. So with that being said, it's about time, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. Time to do my top 10 best lists of 2015. Coming to number 10 for me, this was kind of a back and forth thing, but I felt that this deserved to be number 10, and that movie is Straight Outta Compton. I had a blast with this movie, guys. This movie was probably one of the best August movies I've seen all year for a couple years, hands down. I thought the acting in the movie was spot on. I thought the movie was a great representation of NWA. I felt like you could watch the movie and be like, yeah, it's NWA. Niggas with attitude. I can say that because I'm black. I'm not racist, just saying. And it was hands down one of the best August movies I've seen all year long. I gotta say that if you haven't seen Straight Outta Compton, you should go check it out when it comes on Blu-ray in a couple months. But you should definitely go see it, so it got 10 for me. Number 9 for me, surprisingly, but unsurprisingly, was Ant-Man. And before Ant-Man came out, this movie was just shoved down my throat. That sounded dirty, but it was shoved down my throat through trailers and promotions just all year long. I was just like, okay, I get it, Ant-Man is coming out. It's a thing. But when I saw Ant-Man, I was just like, you know what? I can't lie. I walked out of Ant-Man with the same feeling I felt when I walked out of Guardians of the Galaxy, more or less. I was going to this movie not knowing that much about Ant-Man, not really caring too much about him, to walk out of the movie like, you know what? I do care about Ant-Man. I like Paul Rudd's character as Ant-Man. Michael Douglas was awesome in the movie. The action in the movie was not as big scale as other Marvel movies. I thought it was nice and subtle, and that was actually pretty good. I can't wait to see Paul Rudd's character return in Civil War. That's going to be awesome too. So good going, Marvel, for making me care about a movie that has ants. Coming at number 8 for me, it's going to be Furious 7. This one of the first big global phenomenons that came out this year. It was one of the first movies to make over $1 billion. You would think to yourself, Furious 7? Where'd that come from? I know a lot of people argue that it only made $1 billion because with that Wiz Khalifa song and Paul Walker's character died, and that's the only reason why it made $1 billion. Alright, even if that's the case, you can't deny the fact that this is probably, for me, one of the better Furious movies that have come out this since. I enjoyed it more than Furious 6. I thought the action movie was great. Bringing Jason Statham, the Furious family foe, was awesome too because he was a good villain. Diesel and Jason Statham just clashing together and shit. I thought that was good. The action was, of course, over the top, elaborate, crazy, throw my logic out the window, but I still enjoy it in that popcorn flick kind of way. I thought the ending movie was a great send off to Paul Walker, R.I.P. That was a tragic loss this year, but this was a good movie for sending off to Paul Walker. I enjoyed it a lot, and that's why Furious 7 8 for me. I'm on number 7. I want this movie to get on my list so bad, and I'm glad it made the list, and that movie is Inside Out. Now I give this movie so much prop because when I saw the movie, it was hard for me to review because I was just like, overall, guys, the only way to really, truly enjoy Inside Out is not the review. You gotta go see the movie yourself and just experience it. It really is an experience. And the animation movie was, of course, spot on. It just shows that Pixar, they just can't do bad movies when they're doing original shit. Pixar, getting into your mind. Voice acting was great. The overall storytelling, the plot was amazingly done. I loved Inside Out so much. I just was like, this is like the family movie of the year to go see. So if you haven't seen Inside Out, go check it out. It's an awesome movie. That's why it's number 7 on my list. Coming number 6 for me, this was a surprise hit. I was like, whoa, this movie surprised the living shit out of me. I don't like it. If it could get on my top 10 list, yes. Now, that movie is Creed. Now, I went to Creed just thinking like, okay, it was Rocky spinoff movie. How good could it be? So I walked out of it, was like, holy shit, Rocky spinoff movie. How good could it be? Pretty damn good. Michael B. Jordan pretty much was like, yeah, Fantastic Four. That didn't happen. The only movie I did this year was Creed. That's the only one you do remember, guys. This movie fits so well into the Rocky universe that it makes you feel like, damn, this movie should have came out like a lot earlier than 2015. But I'm glad it came out in 2015 because now we have a 2015 movie that's awesome and great. It's going to be on your top 10 list probably. And Sylvester Stallone and Michael B. Jordan, they had great chemistry in the movie, and the action in the movie was just great because the sound editing was just so damn good. I gotta praise that. Because when these guys were just boom, fighting, boom, boxing, boom, fighting and shit, I was just like, oh, my face hurts because the sound effects are so good. It's just crazy. I didn't expect to walk out of Creed liking it more when I walked into Creed. I was just like, holy shit, Creed, man. I saw it with my cousin. I saw that a week before the movie came out, and I was just like, that movie was pretty good. You can't deny it. So Creed, good going, man. You're on my list. Number 5 for me, this movie had me smiling from cheek to cheek the whole movie, and that movie is the Peanuts movie. There's nothing about this movie I didn't like, guys. I can't say. There's probably like one small gripe I got about it, but overall, I love this movie from start to finish. I read my Peanut strips in my Sunday paper every Sunday, and I love them. I thought this was like one of the only movies that really stuck to the source material as accurate as possible, and in some parts, overdid the source material. Charlie Brown, Peppermint Patty, Snoopy, all of them, they were just awesome in this movie. The animation was so good. It was just like, it really taken the comic strip and just bring it to life with 2015 technology. It was that good. It had a simple story to it. The characters were lovable and awesome as you remember them. It was just a nostalgia candyland for me. I love Snoopy to death so much. I loved him in this movie. I loved Charlie Brown and all the characters in the movie except Lucy. She was a bitch. You can't deny it. She was a bitch. But I guess I gotta love her too. So Peanuts movie, number 5 for me. I loved it. It was good. Now, number 4 for me was probably one of the most anticipated movies I want to see this year when the year kicked off. And it's number 4. And that movie's gonna be Avengers Age of Ultron. Now I'm gonna say my 2 cents about Age of Ultron right off the bat. James Spader as Ultron, the voice of Ultron, loved him to death. I feel like Ultron is, for me, the most memorable villain we have in MCU next to Loki and Kingpin. He has personality, he was menacing, he was powerful, he pretty much single-handedly defeated all the Avengers in the movie. Did you guys miss that? I remember throughout this whole course of the Avengers, every time someone mentions Age of Ultron, I'm just like, oh, Age of Ultron is good, but it's not great. It's not, it's not really better than Winter Soldier or the first Avengers movie. I mean, and be it may not be, but it's still a really good movie. The MCU, it was probably one of the best, close to the best MCU movies we had so far. Or introduce new characters that are going to be in furthermore movies along the way, and it's going to help set up Infinity War. I thought it was awesome. You can't lie to yourself, guys. Do not lie to yourself. When you saw this movie, you know that part in the movie when the Avengers just came on screen, he was just like, you know what? I know you guys don't trust me. I know I have to prove myself to you. And he just picks up Thor's hammer, just like, whoa. But we got work to do. You can't lie to yourself. When you saw that part, you were like, oh. Wait for it. Shit. Don't lie to yourself. When Vision picked up that hammer, you were like, oh shit. You can't lie to yourself. Age of Ultron may not be a perfect movie, but it's still an enjoyable movie in that Marvel Avenger team up popcorn flick summer movie enjoyable way. So you can't deny that. It could have been better in some parts. All movies could, but it was still good for me, and it got number 4. Number 3 for me, I enjoyed this more than Age of Ultron because I had a better experience with it and because of the ending of the movie, and that movie's going to be Jurassic World. Now, Jurassic World had one thing to do for me, and that just had to make me feel the same way I felt when I walked out of Jurassic Park. And more or less, for me, personally, it did that. The action in the movie was exciting, it was great and shit. I'm telling you, seeing the dinosaurs and their CGI 2015 glory, I was like, yes, it's Jurassic Park is open. The park is open. But I love the shit of this movie. I had a great time with it. Saw it in IMAX. I was just like, oh shit, man. Just seeing these dinosaurs and everything. The Indominus Rex just grabbing people and throwing them like frisbees and shit. And like them in the water, just baptizing people. I was like, shit, this movie is good. It's exciting. This creature is a force of nature. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, get that power stone. You need to stop this thing. Off the records real quick. You know why this movie gets a 3? Why it's number 3 on my list? Because this chick right here, she did this whole movie in high heels. So who else do you know in all of 2015 could do all this shit that she did in this movie in high heels? You tell me. You tell me. I mean, you can't lie to yourself. At the end of the movie, when the T-Rex from the first Jurassic Park movie just came out and shit, and he just beat the shit out of the Indominus Rex and just tag team with the Raptor and shit, and they're off fighting the Indominus Rex. Indominus Rex backs up to the water and shit. You're like, oh shit, he's near the water. He's near the water. You know what's gonna happen. But Lockjaw just comes up, boom, gets Indominus Rex, just throws him in the water. You're like, yes. Christmas. I loved the shit out of that part. It was good. It reminded me of the same feeling I got when I saw 2014's Godzilla last year, when Godzilla just grabbed that monster, just like, dragon breath down the throat. That was one of the holy shit moments of 2014, and that happened to me this year in 2015 with Jurassic World. Loved it. That's why it's number 3 on my list. Number 2 for me, guys, don't be mad. Do not be mad at my number 2 movie, and don't be mad at my number 1 movie. My list is going to be different from you guys, so that's okay. But number 2 for me, because of one little thing, just one thing. You ready? It's Star Wars The Force Awakens. Now I'm going to say right off the top, guys, that Star Wars The Force Awakens is still a awesome, great movie. I suggest you go see it. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to love the shit out of this movie. Star Wars The Force Awakens is an awesomely great movie. Not taking nothing away from that because it's number 2 on my list. My only gripe with Star Wars The Force Awakens is that I wish there was a little bit more originality in it than what was in the movie. Because I went to Star Wars Force Awakens not knowing nothing about this movie at all. So I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna be an experience. I'm gonna have the Star Wars experience of the millennia. But while I had a good time with the movie, I can't help but say that there were parts in the movie that I was like, this is kind of copy and paste from episode 4 and episode 5. I know it's part of a bigger trilogy and shit, but I can't help but just wishing there was a little bit more originality to it. That's just my one thing. That's not too much. You have to admit, God, there were parts in episode 7 I was like, you know what? That's almost verbatim like episode 4. Almost cut and paste. Hey, but besides that, guys, the acting was great. The action was great. The effects were great. It was awesomely great movie. Come on, Kylo Ren. He could have been better. But you can't admit that lightsaber of his, I want it. When he whips it out, boom, whips it out. I want that shit. Someone get that for me, please. Star Wars Force Awakens was an awesome movie. Go see it. It's number 2 for me, and I loved it. Number 1 movie for me, this is my personal favorite, my movie that I just felt like from start to finish, it was awesome, it was great, loved it, action was great, the acting was great, everything about the movie was great for me. And that movie for me, number 1, is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Yeah, now I went to Mission Impossible Rogue Nation thinking like, okay, another Mission Impossible movie. It's going to be a little bit better than Ghost Protocol, but it's going to be that mindless popcorn flick that you're going to see in July, whatever. But I walked out of it just like, holy shit, I like this way more than I thought was going to, and it was awesome. So the action in the movie was just phenomenal. It was just phenomenally great. It was well framed up, great, and the fact that Tom Cruise does all this shit by himself, no stunt double, is incredible by itself. Now I know someone could say like, oh, you bitch about Star Wars Force Awakens copying the other Star Wars movies, but you're gonna be quite okay with Mission Impossible copying the other Mission Impossible movies verbatim in plot. You're okay with that? Nuh-uh, that's bullshit. And maybe Mission Impossible does copy and paste from the other Mission Impossible movies, but if the formula ain't broke, don't fix it. Because I thought it was still good. It worked back then. It works still now. It was still great. The effects were great. The story was great. The action was great. Loved everything about the movie. And the fact that this movie blew my expectations further than I thought it was going to do, gotta say, it's number 1 for me. That's my top 10 best list movies of 2015, guys. I hope you like it. If you didn't like it, then tell me what's your top 10 list of the year. I want to know. Because maybe Star Wars is your number 1 movie of the year. Star Wars is your number 1 movie of the year. It's your number 1 movie of the millennia. Put in the comment section, let me know. I want to know your top 10 list, because I like to talk to you guys about this kind of shit. That's what we do on my channel. Whatever your top 10 list is, put in the comment section, let me know. Let's talk about it, because it's all about the best movies of the year. That's what it's about. Oh, and you guys too, because you're important. And as always, guys, subscribe. Until next time.